I don't know about you guys, but I've always wanted to be a family man. And ever since I was basically like an 18-year-old, a hopeless romantic, I always wanted a partner and to experience life and have a deep connection with somebody. And I know I'm not the only one. And so I'm not the only person that's gone through heartbreak, gone through a bad breakup. I mean, I think that's why making content like this is so relatable because so many of us men have gone through similar things. I don't know if it's a mix between evolution, technology, the cost of living, and just how dystopian life has kind of become, but dating feels damn near impossible nowadays in 2026. And it almost feels like a humiliation ritual sometimes. I mean, really, like from my experience, because I've lived the serious relationship life and I've lived the single life, but in my experience, it's almost easier nowadays to try and hook up with somebody than it is to even build a solid connection with someone. What's sad is people just treat each other like we're so replaceable, and instead of trying to fix things with one another, if something goes wrong, there's somebody else that they're talking to, somebody else that's lined up. Like, even if you're in a relationship, I know so many people in a relationship, but women be still talking to another guy on the side. Like, they got a backup dude just in case stuff doesn't work out with the dude they're with now. And man, it's just, I just don't know where do we go back from? How do we go back from all this, you guys? And I think the answer is that we just simply can't. I think things have just gone too far off the deep end that it is so interesting to see what's going to be happening in 2030. You feel me? Because again, I tried playing that role of lover boy, and maybe that was me being sold into all that Disney crap that was just force fed down our throats since I was literally a child. One of my favorite movies was Aladdin, but it's like they're all the same. Like, oh, the princess and the saving and all this shit, and it turned me into such a lover boy and a hopeless romantic that I remember my first girl when I was such a hopeless romantic. She really opened my eyes to just how evil women could be. Because, I tried doing everything right in the book, and I'm not trying to say I'm some saint. I definitely had my faults, but, I was, man. I was that lover boy who wrote notes and bought flowers and would just do everything for somebody. And that's just the thing is like, man, watch you give the person everything and then they just go and give their attention to a man who's just focusing on himself and barely giving her attention. Like, dude, it really puts a sour taste in your mouth about dating, and it took me a while to kind of fix my mental with that, and this vid is not out here to hate on women. It really is not, bro. It's out here to just understand the nature of women and understand what modern dating is like. And so we as men can just move accordingly. That's just it. You feel me? Like, I like to relate a lot of things to combat sports. I train MMA, and it's just kind of like that. It's like when somebody has a new style, when there's a new meta going on in professional fighting, like the Dagestani wrestlers, you gotta adapt. You feel me? You gotta play a different game now in the fighting game, and it's the same thing. We just gotta play a different game in the dating game now. And I hate to say it, but one of my new game plans and one thing that I've just changed about myself nowadays, that like I'm older now, I'm 31. I feel like I have much more of a, you know, level-headed mindset, and I'm not so much of a hopeless romantic. I see things for how they truly are. One thing I've been practicing is just the art of detachment. It's easier said than done because I feel like truly we as men when we love, like I know us dudes, man. When we love deep. You feel me? Because it cuts deep. Because it's like when we decide that we love a woman, I mean, bro, we will stick through it with bullshit. We will work hours for somebody. You know, like I don't know about you, but it's like when I meet a girl and I really love her, I'm like, damn, dude, I will do whatever it is for you. You know, because it feels like you're on cloud nine. You know what I'm saying? It's like that, especially when you love a girl, bro, like the pheromones and the energy they give. And again, I love women for that reason, bro. Like I'm not telling you to hate women, bro. Like we love women over here, but the brutal truth is that we as men feel like when you get attached to the point where you feel like you can't live without her or you need her, it's like, gosh, man, you just give them all the power and then watch them just lose so much respect for you. Because I've done that. You know, I've done that as a man where I've went back on my word. I've told a girl, I'm like, hey, you know, it's either this or this, babe, or I gotta leave. And I would go back on my word. And she knew it. She knew it too, where, yeah, maybe she would stay, but she lost respect for me. You know, because she knew at the end of the day I wasn't a man who followed through with my words, because it was like I came from a place of neediness, because I got way too attached. Way too attached. So we just got to be able to detach like the way these women detach nowadays. Because I'm going to be real, man. Like, one thing that I can say, even the most loving, beautiful, loving girlfriends I've ever had, I will say that, like, they detached just as fast as they attached. Like it wasn't like me as a guy who took months to get over somebody, who took months of being depressed and trying to climb myself out of this hole. Like it's like, nah, bro, like they was moving on within a week or two. You feel me? Like just as fast as they loved me and saw me as that dude, they was already up and gone, bro. Up and gone by 2 weeks. And again, it's not to blame women, but I really do feel like it that uh comes down to their like hardcore primal wiring, like in their brain somewhere, that, you know, maybe back then in the stone ages, for survival, they had to be able to move on quick. You get what I'm saying? Like think about it. Like back then in the stone ages, if they found a weak dude that they didn't want anymore or find competent, like they wasn't like they had forever to find another male. They would just move on. You feel me? For the sake of their survival, or for the sake of like, oh yeah, I gotta secure my future kids' survival. I don't know, whatever it is that females think, you know. But all I know is that we as men during a breakup, we will sit there and we will be like, oh man, like that time when I took her to Disney, and oh, but that moment when we went to Cabo together under the moonlight, or oh, we went to this park 1,000 times with our dog. Like, dude, it does not matter, bro. Like, and that, that is the hardest pill to swallow, especially to this day, man. To this day, it's like I know this, and it is like the hardest pill to swallow, man. Like, I just I've been getting past a breakup about like a little bit over a month now, like about like a month and a week, and it's still been. It still hits me some days, man. Like, you know, it's still I try to keep myself busy and stuff, but man, it still hits me, bro. So again, it's so much easier said than done to try to detach from somebody, because I know what it is, bro. Especially when like this one, bro. Like this one, like the man. I'm just gonna get off my chest right now, but the girl that I was with, man, and we broke it off. She was absolutely beautiful, bro. Like exactly my type. Absolutely beautiful. Thick, beautiful body, man. A gorgeous face. Like at the time too, just beautiful personality. And you know, Shorty was like giving me the crazy neck, you feel me? And like holding my hand, telling me she loved me. Like, dude, oh my god. That detachment that you have to do from that is on a whole nother level, bro. I mean, God, she had these like siren eyes that it's like when she gave me this glance or this look with her siren eyes, bro, like it just put me in this trance of like, God damn, I almost want to do anything for this woman, bro. It was dangerous. It's dangerous, man. It's like the way some women can just, I mean, it's not every woman, bro, but just the way some women can just have that effect on you, bro. But it's like, God, that's why you got to be so strong as a man. You feel me? Um, but yeah, after my experience, and I know that there's gonna be good women still out there, and I know, like, I'm not trying to sound dystopian as far as like, trust me, as messed up as life is, and as messed up as the dating game is, I truly do still believe that I will one day be married. I will one day have the partner of my life, because the other alternative is way worse. Like, really, like, the other alternative of not trying is a lot worse than trying. So no matter what, I will try, and I know my partner's going to be out there, but I guess what I'm saying is right now in the time of my life, like, I know I just got to build. You feel me? Like, I got to build. I got to just get all of my ducks lined up in a row, and then if that person comes along as I'm in the journey, then they come along. Like, I'm not going to block blessings. But I guess what I'm saying is, really, I used to think that women would build with you. Like, I used to be like, man, if I just find a woman that's gonna love me and build with me, everything will be okay. But again, it's like that fairy bullshit that we've been just taught, bro. Like, just been shoved down our throats. Because from my experience, like, yeah, a woman will stay with you sometimes. Oh, my bad, that was a car alarm. A woman will stay with you sometimes, but a lot of other times, if you are struggling, and if you're struggling for a long time, I can't speak for everybody, bro, but I would say just don't be surprised if she does leave you for a dude who's just got it more together. And that's when I realized that, like, a lot of women out here, despite what we were sold and told, they don't want to build with a guy, bro. I'm just keeping it a buck with you. They want dudes that are at the finish line. You know, they want stability. They don't want to work. Who wants to work nowadays, right? But yeah, I know as a 31-year-old, we all have different dating experiences. So let me know in the comments what your experience has been like. I know some of us at this, I know some people at this age have already been married. They're married now. Some are incels. So yeah, let me know in the comments. See you in the next one.